I'm Lindsay Alexander, and this is mybanktracker.com. Back in 1974, Congress passed a bill that created the individual retirement account, which allowed people that didn't have a pension plan to set aside money for their retirement. And often, some skeptics would say that the rise of the IRA, along with a 401k and other programs, create a situation where the employees could stop offering pension plans to workers. We are actually jaded enough to believe this. And we don't want to be that grumpy person who complains about the government nonstop. So with that, we try to keep an open mind about the views of IRAs. And a great way to look at this would be to take a bucket. It's a bucket of where you keep your investments. And you want to make it a pretty big bucket so you can hold lots of different investments. You can put stocks, bonds, many things into it. But that bucket isn't going to be an infinite size because the government will only allow you to put a certain amount in your bucket. And they base that amount on your age. So people older than 50 can put away more than younger people. And the government also limits the types of investments you can hold in your bucket, like life insurance, which is wonderful, but you won't be able to hold it in that IRA. Take avid stamp collectors, coin collectors, art collectors, and antique collectors. They will find that they can't keep their beloved holdings in an IRA. But the most important thing about your bucket is when the IRS will start to drink from it. In a traditional IRA, the government promises not to take anything from your bucket until you do. The idea is that the investments in your bucket will grow tax-free. But when you start taking out money from the bucket, the government will start collecting taxes from it too. And in a Roth IRA, the government takes its share before you put money into the bucket. So once you're ready to retire, whatever is left is all yours. The government promises not to tax you a second time. And if you're willing to trust the government to keep its "we won't tax you twice" promises, even as the government deficits and spending continues to grow in future years, then you should speak with an accountant about a Roth IRA. I'm Lindsay Alexander with mybanktracker.com, and together we're going to build your finances and rebuild the world.